everybody, my name is Zoe Rebekah. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're here with
Sister Allie. Hello everybody.
Once again.
I love being on Zoe's channel.
Do you? I love having you on here.
Oh, thank you, sister.
Okay, so we are gonna do a story time about something from, when did this happen?
I think almost a week ago.
Was it like on Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, this past Saturday. Today is Friday, August 3rd.
Yes.
Yeah. It happened last Saturday. It happened at Target. We're gonna expose their asses.
But literally
my
true.
First real story time video, because I've been binge watching like Gabby Hanna's story time videos.
Me too.
Oh my god.
I live for them.
Yep, same.
But yeah, today we're gonna do some exposing, some tea spilling, some
Yep, we're gonna do it. We're gonna okay.
Because
we're just kinda like gonna squeeze into this one chair. I feel like I'm sitting on your hip.
No, honestly, it's comfortable. Like, I'm fine. Are you comfortable?
Why are both of our hips are so wide?
We're just thick.
You hit my tripod.
I'm sorry.
You broke it. Okay,
Anyway, on with the story time.
So where shall we begin?
So, I guess we'll just start off with Zoe and I decided to go to Target to get some stuff.
Shocking. Yeah, like two 15-year-old girls going to Target?
Yeah,
no way.
Honestly, it's our holy grail.
We'd like go there like
happy place
every weekend.
Yeah, so we decided to go to Target because we were looking for stuff for my room.
You guys know that we're in the process of redoing your room, like, you know,
a room transformation.
You guys should go watch my last video.
If you haven't seen that video,
that's part 1 where we talked about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were going to go get some like decor and stuff.
Yeah, and then I also got Zoe got a few things for herself, and I got a few little things that I needed.
Yeah,
that's per usual, as you do.
A couple like toiletries and stuff.
Yeah. And you know, we made our way to self-checkout, and Zoe went first. She paid for her items, put it in the cart. Don't ask why we got a cart for.
You know what?
It's
I picked it up from my mother. I just get a cart no matter what.
Yeah.
but
I mean, no problem with that. But I also got a trash can and a
a laundry basket.
It was useful.
Yeah.
So Zoe checks out, and then it's my turn, and I'm putting everything in the bag as you do, and I could have sworn.
And then you pay.
And I paid. And then I could have.
We were gonna go like I think I had to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom.
Sister Zoe had to go to the bathroom.
So we were gonna go. We just like put the bags down, and Allie was gonna like sit there and watch our stuff while I was going to the bathroom.
Yeah. And then I realized my stuff was missing. Zoe's stuff was all there, and I had my laundry basket and my trash can,
which obviously aren't in
that's
the bags.
It's hard to lose. But I realized I didn't have like my other.
And what she got was like Q-tips, like
it wasn't
makeup wipes, like concealer, like just a couple like little things like that.
So I quickly, while Zoe was still in the bathroom, I quickly ran back to the self-checkout thingy that we were at.
Because she realized.
I realized right away that it wasn't with us.
Yeah.
So I ran back and it wasn't there. So I quickly ran back to check the cart, and it wasn't in that cart either. And I was so confused. I was like, what could have happened to it? Like, am I like
going crazy?
Yeah, am I going crazy?
And then I finished up in the bathroom, so I come out and she was like, I don't know where the bag is. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna find it.
We're gonna retrack.
See, I'm still like, it's still a mystery as to what happened to that bag.
Yeah,
but my theory is that someone thought it was theirs and picked it up.
Accidentally took it.
Like not like purposely stealing, just like they mistook it for their bag and just picked it up without thinking and just took it with them. But also at the same time, like, I feel like if they would have like returned it.
It's kind of weird to like.
And she had the receipt because it was in like the laundry basket.
And I had it. I just feel like if someone went to that self-checkout right after we did, I feel like if they saw that bag there, they would like turn it into an employee, you know?
But also like we were like near like the doors and like where all the carts are, because we were putting the cart that we used, like we were putting it back with like the other carts, and I guess we put our bags like on the floor while we were pushing the cart.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where it got like taken, or like something happened to it in that area. But at the same time, the employees.
So this is where the employees come into the story. Basically, there were two, as we were checking out, Zoe and I were getting kind of like anxious.
We're like, it was just very uncomfortable because I felt like we were being watched.
Yeah, because there were two employees standing in
like right behind us,
in
like
the self-checkout
because you know, like there's always employees there in case something goes wrong or if a customer needs help in the self-checkout. There's like these two employees that are watching, and these two employees, like it felt like we were being watched because they were staring at us the entire time we were checking out.
And so I just kind of felt like if I were to leave the bag there, they would have said something.
But then also remember when they added that comment?
Yeah, they were like, I totally forgot to like scan my laundry basket.
The laundry basket was like on the bottom of the cart, so we just like forgot about it. And
then they were like, don't forget your laundry.
But they said it in a very snotty way. They were like,
yeah, it was kind of
they were like, don't forget the basket, and they just like started like chuckling. We were just like, why is that funny? Like, I don't understand. Like, it was just like really, it was kind of like really disrespectful, and like it was just kind of like uncomfortable.
So yeah, I just also felt like if I did leave the bag there, they would have said something. But it is like my responsibility to like keep my items.
Yeah,
but like
honestly,
but
still, like if they were staring at us the entire time we were there, they probably would have noticed
what happened to the bag. But honestly,
we went to the customer service.
Then we went to customer service, and I said, I know this sounds really weird, but I accidentally misplaced a bag of stuff that I just purchased, and I have no idea where it went. And
you're like, I still have the receipt.
Yeah, was it happen? Did someone happen to turn it in to customer service? And they went back, checked, their bag wasn't there, and I was like, okay. And then this,
honestly, the girl who we were with at customer service, like she was just kind of like standing there, like she just like didn't.
She just didn't really know what to do, and it wasn't really like it wasn't much assistance.
No, like it was customer service where they provided no service to the customers.
And I just felt really like I felt bad, and I felt so stupid that this was like happening.
She felt awful. Like she was like I felt so bad because like she
it was my mom's money, and I just didn't want to waste it and not.
Though it wasn't like a lot of money.
No,
it was still she just felt really bad about it, and I didn't. And I felt really bad about. Because she was feeling bad, and then these employees just like made her feel so much worse.
Because this man came out, I'm presuming it was like the
manager. He seemed like pretty high up there.
Yeah, so he came out and he was like, well, since you just lost these items within a 10-minute period of time, it's kind of odd.
Yeah, he was like, that's kind of odd.
And I was like, yeah, I know it's odd. I just have no idea what could have happened.
Like, thank you for your unnecessary commentary.
And
like,
he was just like, well, there's nothing, we can't replace the items because it was that short.
Even though we had the receipt, and it said the time and the date and the way she purchased it, and everything a receipt says on it.
Yeah, and I was just so, I don't know, I was just so like frazzled, and I just did not know what to do. So Zoe and I,
she was very flustered and just like upset, and the two employees that were staring at us, like. They came over to the customer service,
and they were just kind of laughing
these two employees and the other girl and the manager guy. They all seemed very young. They looked like they were all like in their 20s or like teenagers or something. So they all seemed very young, and they just like didn't even like try to help us really. Like they were all just kind of like making fun of us.
They just didn't really even if they couldn't do much about
First of all, they could honestly just have responded to it in a different way. Like, they were just being, it was just kind of, it was like rude and it was uncomfortable, and they were just like they were like teasing us and like kind of like chuckling at us while she was very flustered and upset.
And like, it's just miscellaneous stuff, and it's nothing like to get like upset about. I was just upset because it was my mom's money, and just because I was the whole situation.
And like I even said to her while it was happening, like, we went outside to there was like a bench.
So we sat out there
outside near the Target, and we were just gonna like sit there, and I was gonna call my dad to come pick us up.
And then I just decided, I was like, I need to go back in one more time and just retrace my steps.
Wait, while we were outside on the bench, I said to her, I'm like, you probably wouldn't be so upset if the employees handled it differently.
Because they just I kind of
like they could have been like, I'm so sorry, I'll help help you because of what happened today when we went back to Target. But continue.
But yeah, so we're sitting outside and I was just so like, I was just convinced that it was right in front of us and we were just missing it.
Because like that just happens like to people all the time.
So I went back in, Zoe stayed outside, and I just wanted to go back in quickly to retrace my steps. And I went back in and I was like, as I was retracing my steps, those same people were just staring at me and laughing, like hysterically laughing, and I was like...
And it made you more upset.
Like, it just made me more like, now that I think about it, it's so stupid because I did look really like I walked around like self-checkout like 4 or 5 times because I was just
like obviously if you're gonna if you spent money on stuff and you lost it and no one's helping you, like you're going to try to find that stuff if you literally like misplaced it, because it couldn't have gone anywhere because like you had just purchased it, like so it probably was still in there somewhere. It just like got misplaced, or and like because I was outside like watching our stuff. Oh, we forgot to mention that before we went outside and we were still at customer service, this one girl who was helping us a little bit, she asked for my she asked for my name and my phone number, and then the manager guy, he said, okay, we're gonna check the security cameras and see exactly what happened to it, and we'll call you back at like 8 a.m. or sometime tomorrow. And I never got that call, but I was like, I really wasn't expecting to, because I didn't. Because I texted her like on Monday or Tuesday. I'm like, is there like any updates about the whole Target situation? She goes, nope. She was like, nope, I wasn't even expecting it. Like
I just would kind of like let it go at that point, but I still was like, just like my mom and I were both just still upset because like it was items you can always like buy them again, but it was just like money wasted, and like you're not getting
stuff that she needed.
Yeah. And so then I just walked back out of Target and Zoe's dad picks us up, and then we just went home, and I just like we went to Home Goods,
but we didn't really do much because you were still like just really like upset.
Yeah, I was just like and
I knew like she was upset, and I wasn't gonna like be upset with her for acting like this. Like I wasn't gonna, because I'm not that kind of person.
And I know to some of you it might be like dumb to like, why would she get upset over like, but it wasn't even that like, oh my god, I'm not gonna get my beauty blender and my concealer today. It was just because I was afraid of how my mom was gonna react, and my mom, and just like if she was gonna be like upset with me. So I was just kind of worried about that. But I mean, I moved on and I got over it, and I was like, look, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been like $200 spent, and I didn't get like, but
updates from today.
So yeah, fast forward to today, Zoe and I met up at Target, and
wait, what happened before that?
Oh, before that, my mom was like, I want to call them and figure out what happened. So my mom called them, and she was like, hi, my daughter accidentally left a bag at
this specific Target.
Like about a week ago. And and so I just want to know if there's any way that we could either get like if my card could get credited back. I think that's what she said.
Refunded, or
refunded, or if she could just get the products like without
just to see if there was anything that they could do.
And all they said was, if you just come in before 5 o'clock today, we can either refund you, or you can just get the,
which doesn't make any sense because
I just don't.
We both really think it was an age thing. Like seriously.
Yeah,
it was
because I just don't get why
because they were treating us like little kids. Because like while we were in there, because they were like making fun of us because they were like making fun of like these stupid little like childish girls. But then when an adult gets involved, they're like, oh yeah, we can just fix it like very simply.
Yeah, and then
which just doesn't make any sense. It just seems
the
very
whole thing is just kind of dumb, but like not.
But honestly, it's very important to talk about this like stupid little things like this because it's like you shouldn't be treated differently just because of your age. Like obviously, like you can't go to a bar when you're under 21. You can't like you know what I mean. You can't drive without a driver's license, like stuff like that. But like it was just like getting refunded for very simple things at Target. Like you should not be like mistreated like the way we were.
And it's not that they weren't saying anything offensive. They weren't like, it was just kind of how they approached the situation. They just weren't taking it seriously. Yeah, they were just kind of like disregarding it.
Because they didn't think about like these were things that she needed. This was money that she spent. Like they were just like, oh, it's just like stupid little things. Doesn't matter.
Honestly,
like, they just didn't care.
Yeah, and if they just told me that there simply was just, they couldn't do anything at that time about it, and if they just explained that like, if it was just like
if it was
handled differently, I'd be fine with it. Like, I'd be like, okay, like, yeah, it's not a big deal. Like, we can definitely, like, we'll sort it out somehow. But it's just, they just kind of were standing there, like,
making fun of us and it was just it was just making us very like uncomfortable and like anxious.
Like, I just felt so stupid about it. Like, I just felt,
and they were just making you feel worse about it than you already did.
Yeah. Then today we go into Target and I just bring my receipt up to
this customer service. This is a different girl.
She was extremely sweet and she was really helpful, and I was just like, hi.
It was such a simple solution.
And I was expecting it to be a little more like complicated, like, okay, I have to go like get my manager and see, like, but she was just like, okay, yeah, just run back and grab like the items that are on the receipt and that's it. And I was like,
that's it.
I was like, oh.
Why couldn't these other employees do that last week?
I was like, okay, like, yeah, thank you so much. Like, that was like awesome.
It was so simple. Like,
so I just ran back. Zoe and I found the items.
Yeah, we just like were getting the exact same items that were on the receipt.
Yeah. And then I went back up to her and she looked at the receipt again just to make sure that it was like, she was like, yep, okay, you're good to go. And so I got
the stuff. And I literally like threw in like a comment like at the end. I was like, why could the employees just do this last week? And then she was like, did something happen? We were like, yeah, it was just like a really weird situation last week.
Yeah.
With it.
But yeah, it was just honestly like so like
it sounds stupid, but like,
yeah, but it was just
honestly like if it was such a simple solution, then why couldn't these other employees do that? And why did they handle it that way? And like, why did they make you feel worse than you already did? Why did they throw in these unnecessary comments about how they feel? My camera's about to die.
But yeah, honestly, it's just at least everything was resolved eventually, and
she got all her stuff back, and
but the moral of the story is like,
don't be ageist. But honestly, treat everybody equally, no matter how old they are. I mean, obviously instead of like, you know, those other things that I mentioned about, you know, drinking and driving and stuff. But honestly, like simple things like that, treat it doesn't matter how old they are, what their race is, what their gender is, like anything. It's just treat them like people. If you are a customer service representative, serve the customers properly. Like, that is your sole purpose for being here. Like, so yeah.
It was just a crazy day.
Do your job right. This is the moral of the story. Do your fucking job right. I gotta be like Gabby. You gotta get really like intense with the emotions and the movement.
And I like can't do that. I'm just like,
hey.
But yeah, honestly, I'm just happy that I got my stuff and everything is fine now, and my mom is happy.
Everything's all good.
I got my mom some tassel earrings, so honestly everything is good now. So yeah, we just wanted to tell you guys our situation, and just if anything like this has ever happened to you, anything silly like this, then
let me know.
Let in the comments.
Yeah, in the comments. Share your stories. If you guys want more story time videos, let me know, because I really want to do them. It's just hard when you're 15 and don't have a lot of life experience. Yeah.
And this really wasn't that interesting of a story, but it was just kind of
almost had a good moral.
Yeah, it was just like kind of like
it was a really good first story time.
Yeah.
So hopefully more fucked up shit happens to us, and then we can make videos about it, just like Gabby says. So yeah. Anyway, so I think we're gonna end this video here.
Yeah.
If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up.
And if you haven't already subscribed to Zoe,
hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And share this video and my channel to those you think might be interested. And leave me comments down below. Share your stupid little stories, because I try to be relatable. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Love you. Bye.